Hi, I'm Frankie Lambert from Frankie and the Fairlanes. I'm here today to tell you what's involved in hosting a Frankie and the Fairlanes event at your location. So let me tell you about Frankie and the Fairlanes. Well, the band was formed nearly 10 years ago. 5 musicians got together with a heart to serve in their community using music. Well, we started out at car shows, we started at festivals, but it continued on. We were doing weddings, we were doing all kinds of special events, corporate events, you name it. But when it really hit home base for us was we started doing church fundraisers and service club fundraisers. Kind of as all come together in the last 5 years about that. It doesn't seem to matter with these concerts if you are someone that grew up with this music and this is really nostalgic, or if it's someone that's really young and they've never even heard this music. The common denominator is everyone has a great time. They're snapping their fingers, they're tapping their toes, they're singing along by the end of the concert, and they're going home happy and talking about it for weeks. And that's really what's been really rewarding for me and the guys in Frankie and the Fairlanes. So let's start with pre-show. What happens in the months, the days, the weeks ahead of time before Frankie and the Fairlanes shows up at your location? Well, it starts with an 8-page book that I send you. And with that book, we've got tips on promotion, how to use local media, how to get the word out there of what's happening at your event. And we found it's been really successful. And it's been gathered from dozens of clients over nearly 10 years of doing this. And they've given us their feedback on what worked for them. We put it in one document that you can draw from their experience in a successful event. So what I like to do is I produce a color poster for you. It's a custom color poster. It's not one of those ones where you write the information in the bottom in marker. It's got all your details on it. It's got prices, times, all that produced for you that supports the tour we're on. And it comes to you both in digital form that you can email to your database. And it also comes in 11 by 17 tabloid-sized posters for you to start putting up around town. The other thing we'll supply you with is your ticket masters. And by that I mean we'll produce the ticket, send it to you as a master ready to be duplicated, and you duplicate as many copies as you need for the size of your space. And again, when people get that ticket in their hand, it's consistent with the tickets all of the whole tour. Again, it sets a professional level of expectation that we believe will sell more tickets for your fundraising event. Now, what about social media? We try to use social media to your best advantage. Frankie and the Fairlanes is getting pretty good at using Facebook to disseminate the information that we're playing in your town and what time, where it's going to be. The other thing we do with media is we have a web page. Now the Frankie and the Fairlanes web page has Frankie's photo album. People can see the band, make up their mind whether they're buying tickets. When they see how much fun we're having at these events, for sure they're coming. And they can check the calendar. The calendar lists all the dates for the whole year, and they can see what time and the address of where your church or your service club is, where the host event is. If you've got a link to your own page, we'll put that on our page so they can Google Frankie and the Fairlanes, and they're straight off to the information they need to attend your event. We also followed up almost last minute with an email that we send out from our data bank, and we've got all kinds of friends and followers of Frankie and the Fairlanes that will get an email reminding them where we're playing that weekend. So what can you expect on the day of your big concert of Frankie and the Fairlanes? Well, we're going to move into your space about 3 hours before showtime. We're going to bring all our own lighting, all our own sound equipment. We're completely self-contained. All we need is a space to work in. And we're going to do a sound check. We're going to measure the decibels in the room, guaranteeing that there'll be no complaints that this band's too loud. And then we're going to clear the space, and your people can come in to see the concert at least a half an hour before the show. It's going to be really easy. So now you're probably wondering, what's your responsibility in all this? Well, we try to keep that easy, but it's straightforward. Your biggest job is to make sure you sell tickets. We provide you with the posters, the tickets, and some directions, some hints in doing it. So now you've got to get out there and sell some tickets. But I tell people, if 10 people could sell 10 tickets each, there's 100. That's a great start to your event. And with the Fairlanes no-risk fundraising formula, big name, simple idea, we're going to split the door with you. That's what they say. You'll get half, the band will get half, and there's really very little risk that you're going to lose money on an event like this. In instances where you've got to pay a flat rate for your entertainment and hope you're going to make profit on that, there's always this risk that if you don't materialize the ticket sales you thought, you've used all your revenue to pay your expenses and there's none left for the fundraising. And the fundraising is what's at the heart of all this effort. So with a 50-50 split, we can guarantee you're going to make money for your cause, and we're going to have a great time together. Above all, it's going to be simple and it's going to be fun. Lots of fun.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5,